let us start the practical experiment of study and calibration of outside micrometer and other introduction to other micrometer. Initially, I would like to introduce myself. Myself is Dr. Gautam Nandi, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, and our beloved Mr. Arun Noskar, who will help us to conduct the experiment. And it is another information, since last 15 years he is working with us in Mechanical Engineering department, and he has got his expertise knowledge about the all instrument and how to carry out the experiment. So, all theoretical lectures have been already covered by Dr. Gautam Majumdar, and I will only carry out the experiment, how to carry out. The first experiment, it basically depends on micrometer. So, micrometer, there are different types of micrometer. One is known as outside micrometer, another one is known as inside micrometer, and direct reading micrometer and electronic digital micrometer. So, most of the theoretical lectures has been covered by Dr. Gautam Majumdar. On the board, you please see the outside feature of a micrometer. Outside feature of the micrometer. This is the outside feature of the micrometer. The picture of this micrometer has been shown into the board. Now, if I want to purchase this micrometer, what should I tell? That I want to mean, what should be specification of a micrometer? So, first specification means, that is whether it is inside or outside. So, it is outside micrometer, because we can check the width of this thing, whatever it may be a ball also, it may be a rod also, whatever it may be. So, it is outside micrometer. If a circular inside hole is there, certainly with the help of this micrometer we cannot measure the inside hole. So, another micrometer is also available. We have got one inside micrometer, I will show you after some time. To measure the inside dia of a hole, we can take the help of inside micrometer. So, this is the first parameter which we have to tell, that is whether it is outside or inside. After that, the minimum dimension, that is the least count, we have to mention, whether it is 0.01 or whether it is 0.001 or something else. After that, the minimum dimension and maximum dimension. Say it is 0.25. What does it mean basically? 0.25, that is the least count. If I tell is 0 to 25, what does it mean? That means minimum dimension is 0 and maximum dimension, which you can measure through this micrometer, that is 25 millimeter. Now, you please try to see this anvil. These are the two, one is fixed, another one is movable, and the character of this anvil is flat. You being a senior student of third year, you have gone through the machining, turning, facing, grinding, drilling. In case of turning, in case of facing, in case of drilling, the chip which is coming out from the different machine tools, the nature of the chip, if you notice during turning, the nature of the chip has got curled in nature. From our common sense, when the curling chips are coming from the machine tool, whether we will be able to find out the thickness with the help of this anvil, because curled chip has got curvilinear in nature. So, if you put this anvil in in between a Carl chip, certainly you won't get the exact dimension. So, what is the other way? How should we find out the thickness of the Carl chip? Certainly, another type of micrometer, this is only what we have done. Basically, it has got the same least count, but only the difference in between the two anvils. These two anvils are pointed anvils. If you put any Carl chip over here, you can measure the thickness of the Carl chip very easily. After that, from the figure, it is able to see that is the different parts, ratchet, main scale, vernier scale different. It is not possible for me to give a vivid lecture about the name of the parts. We will see it from the picture and the laboratory sheet where this picture of this micrometer has been drawn also. We should go through that picture, and it is available in different books. I will not waste our time. So, first, before going to start the examination or the experiment, another thing I want to show, another micrometer is that is another specification, whether it is in inch or in metric system. Another one is that whether the vernier scale has been included or not. Sometimes it will be vernier micrometer scale. Now, the another micrometer is available in our laboratory, that is, you please see, if we rotate it, there is some display which is in digital in nature. So, different types of micrometers are available in the market. It is digital. At present, the electronic micrometer is available where we can measure through electronically. But in laboratory experiment, it is better to carry out the experiment by your own hand, so that we should not take the help either digital micrometer or electronic micrometer, so that we can learn the experiment, how to carry out the experiment. First, what we should do, it has also given by the lecture by Gautam Majumdar. Where is go and not go gauge? This. Now, you please see the larger figure, that is the different parts of a micrometer. After that, we should go for this. You please see this picture. On the left hand side portion of the micrometer, we have taken the section of this part. We have taken the sectional part of this section, and it has been reflected on the blackboard. The left hand portion, it has been written no zero error. What does it mean, no zero error? That means by rotating this thimble as well as with the help of the ratchet, if indicates 0 overlaps with 0, that means no error is present. You please see the next one, positive 0 error is present, that is, it is not match with the 0 portion which has been marked in main scale. And the last one, negative 0 error, that is 0 has been crossed with respect to 0, some deviation is present within. So, before starting the experiment, we have to check it whether the reading of the micrometer lies on the 0 level or not. After that, we are going to start the examination or the experiment. What was the name of the experiment? The name of the experiment was that study and calibration of a. What is calibration? What does it mean by the calibration? Calibration means when you are going to measure some dimension with the help of any instrument, whether the reading is correct or not. So, after prolonged use of this micrometer, it may happen we are getting some error from the micrometer. So, if I put the dimension with a defective micrometer, the dimension will not lie with the exact value of the object. So, it is better to check it initially the 0 error, after that we should go for the experiment. So, with another instrument which we need to carry out the calibration of this micrometer, the another instrument which is basically known as the sleep gauges. You please see these boxes. It has been written 100 millimeter. This is basically sleep gauges, and in the market sleep gauges is not sold through one piece, rather it is sold along the so many pieces. You please see this box. You please see this box, that there are how many pieces are there having different sizes, and it is expected that each and every sleep gauges are accurate. So, sleep gauge is a comparative statement which will rectify this micrometer. If it is 100 millimeter, if we measure it with this micrometer 100 millimeter, we can conclude that this micrometer is up to the mark. We can measure any other thing with the help of this micrometer. If it deviates, that means this micrometer at this present situation is not suitable to measure accurately of any other job. So, what we should do at first? That should be some table is there, I think. Some table is there. The procedure, it has been written on your laboratory sheet, and after that some table is there. Where is the table? This table is there, how to calibrate the micrometer, whether it can be recommended or not. And another thing I want to mention, specially metrology means measurement and inspection. So, most of the instrument should be kept in air conditioned room throughout 24 hours into 365 days. So, there are another thing we should use over here, some gauges. What is the basic difference between gauge and measuring tool? You should give the answer. What is the difference between gauge and measuring tool? With the help of this thing, you can measure something, and you have worked with Morse taper gauge to find out the taper job which has been produced in a lathe. But can you measure with the help of the Morse taper gauge? Can you ensure this is the dimension? You can check it whether it belongs to your category or not. That means the dimension which has been given, but you cannot measure it. But with this micrometer, you can measure any outside diameter which lies between the 0 to 25 millimeter limit. So, how to calibrate any micrometer, whether it is up to the mark or not, we should take the help of the slip gauges, and the total experiment should be carried by Mr. Arun Kumar Noskar, who is serving our department since last 15 years. Arun Babu, you please carry out the experiment. What we should do at first? ধরে নেবেন 0 আছে, ধরে নেবেন 0 আছে। Now, if it is, I do not know whether you will be able to see it in near future, but it indicates that 0 lies accurately. So, we can take the decision that it has got no 0 error. So, now we will start to carry out the experiment step by step. So, what Arun Babu has done? He has taken minimum amount of slip gauge from the slip gauge box. This is basically known as slip gauge box. After that, he has put this slip gauge in between the two anvils. After that, he has done something. He has locked it. This is basically locking instrument or locking key. With the help of this key, you can lock it. After that, he is going to take the exact dimension with the help of main scale and vernier scale.
into 0.05.
ঠিক আছে, ওটা দেখতে হবে না।
ঠিক আছে,
হ্যাঁ, রিডিং কত আসছে?
রিডিং আসছে এখানে 0.5
হ্যাঁ,
প্লাস 0 প্লাস 4 ইন্টু 0.001 আর স্লিপ গেজ।
So, first slip gauge, the total reading 0.5 plus 0 plus 4 into 0.001. That means it has the vernier constant 0.001. So, we will get some result whatever it may be. After that, we will carry out the experiment with another kind of slip gauges, another measurement rather. যাই হোক নিন না, বলতে দিন না। লক করুন।
1.31 into
He has taken another slip gauge. So, we will get some reading, that is number of observation, 5 observations are there. So, what should be our target? Like this way, we will carry out the experiment, we will take the dimension like this way. So, how we should get whether this instrument is defect free or it has got zero effect? So, only one thing, if you take number of observation, if it is more than 5, we will get near very good result. That is, it has been already described by Professor Majumdar, accuracy and precision. The more number of experiment, with the more number of slip gauge if you can carry, we will get more and more better results. So, some yes, precautions you please see in the blackboard. What are the precautions basically? While taking the micrometer reading, take care to clamp the spindle in position before I cannot see, before taking it away from the block, and due to friction the spindle and give false reading. And another precaution is there. So, he taking this precaution, we have to carry out the experiment with different number of slip gauges. Ultimately, we will go for the averaging, which we will get. Ultimately, we will go for averaging. Ultimately, then we can conclude that whether the micrometer is up to the mark or about the accuracy level, whether it is accurate or not. Thank you. This is the end of the first experiment.